The national accounts allows you to group customers together. So you'll have a parent account and you'll have all its children. So generally what happens is you'll receive a payment for the national account, but what the system allows you to do is to be able to apply that payment across the national account and all its children accounts. So you can manage it in that sort of way. So we've built a screen in Business Central where we've added a national account, and then you'll be able to basically group all these customers together. So when I say customers, I mean the national account is actually built on top of your basic customers. So you'll still create customers in Business Central. So we'll have all our customers over here, but what you can do is you can specify from your customers who's the national account and who the child accounts are. And I'll demonstrate that now. So if I go into our national account screen that we created, you have the ability to edit, create or delete national accounts, and then you can manage your payments through the screen. So I will create a national accounts group from this screen. So if I click on create, I can then select who my national account is. So I'm just going to say it's Storm, and then I will drill down and select who the children are. So we've got a Storm North and a Storm South, basically. So the idea is that the Storm company is our head office, and then their subsidiaries are Storm North or Storm South. So once I've set that up, I click on OK, and what you see is it'll bring through a screen where you can see your national account as an overview. So I can collapse all, so I can just see my national account, what their individual balance is, and then what the national account balance is. So that's the sum of all your parent accounts and your children accounts. And then if I expand on that, you can see, hey, here's my national account, and here's the balances for each individual, either parent or child account. And that gives you a good summary of everything over there. Now, if we want to make a payment, so let's say we receive a check, generally the check would go to our parent account. And what we've got is a payment registration screen that can manage that for us. So within our national account screen, I can then click on payment registration. And this payment registration screen will allow you to allocate that payment across the different invoices. So if you'll see on the top here, I have what the national account is. And if you have multiple national accounts, you can switch in the screen. So you can say, hey, I don't want to pay for Storm. I want to switch it to another national account. It gives you that ability to do so. And then so as an example, let's say we've received $100. I'm going to select $100 here as my total received, and it shows me how much is remaining. I can specify a date received. I can specify what Business Central calls an external document number, but I can just say, hey, this is check 123, which is the check number. I can specify a posting description if I want. And then in the below section here, it allows me to basically allocate the amount of the check across the different invoices. So you can see I've got my parent account, which was Storm, and then my child account, Storm North. I can then allocate that across those different accounts. So I'll just tick, hey, I want to allocate the $90 here, and I want to allocate the $10 here. So I've now allocated across my my national account and my child account. And you can imagine the screen will could get quite busy, because we could have multiple, you could have up to as many child accounts as you want. So this could get quite busy, but yeah, it's quite simple to manage, because you can just tick payment made, or you can specify the amount in the amount received box. And then once I've done that, I also have the ability to, if I wanted to, I could take a look at individual invoices. So it gives me the ability to drill into the details of the invoice if needed to. I can also click on the information and see any incoming documents or attachments. So it gives you that ability to drill down into that. You can also then, if you need to, you can drill into your customer card for further information there. And then once I've selected everything to pay, I can, if I wanted to, click on my post payments and preview posting. So you can click on the preview posting to see how this is going to affect my general ledger, my customer ledger, my bank account, etc. And that's it. And then I can just click on post payments. So I'm just going to click on post, and it says, do you want to post the 2 payments? I'll say yes. And then what happens is the payments are successfully posted, and any outstanding invoices will still appear. But as you noticed, we applied the full amount to both those invoices, so they've disappeared. So we've now got nothing outstanding for our national accounts. So if I go back into our screen, you can see our balance is 0. And that's basically how you manage national accounts and payments.